Hey guys, Jocelyn here. Today I'm going to be reruning my Giants B10 speed team, and over the last few months I've been really working on finding damage breakpoints for Lucian's skill 3 and figuring out exactly what's needed get my speed team to the next tier, because I'm really been focusing on average clear time. I know fastest clear time is cool and all, but the average clear time is really how you get the most runs in per session. So I've got a lot of cool information that I'm going to share with you guys here, and I use a lot of tools during this video that I'll go over as we get there, so I hope you guys enjoy. So this video is mainly directed for mid to end game players. Now I'll put a little bit of information there for newer players. I've got some monsters if you don't have the team that I'm trying to build today. But yeah, so I'll go over some stats really quick that I have, and we'll jump right into it. So I have the damage break for Lucian, and I have three different damage breaks that you want. To clear waves 1, 2, and 4, you want 6,031 damage per card, and this is what Summoner's War Optimizers will tell you. The damages before that, this is what you need to break even if there's no RNG. Now there's about 2 to 5% variance in damage. So this is the damage that you need, and then if you have an extra 5% for the variance, that way you can guarantee that you always hit it. I've added that on to this best tier. I wouldn't really worry about skill 2. If you really want to clear waves 1, 2, and 4 with skill 2, this is the damage you need. So the average rune subs, this is what I've calculated to, for me, with my towers, that I would need to hit these. So, you know, runes 2, 4, and 6 won't have as many substats because it's harder to get good substats on the attack crit damage attack runes. But this is what I'm going for now. I don't really keep runes that don't get under 31 substats. 42 is preferable, and also remember that this is after enchanting ground. So you can kind of work it around, and as long as you're doing raids and knowing what you're looking for, totally expect the best out of your runes. And if you can hit these, I'd say they're worth keeping, at least for a while. These are pretty much always worth keeping to get there. The speed requirement is 170. What this allows is your teams on the boss stage to take 2 rotations. Newer players, crit rate at 85 is totally fine. The crystals on the waves don't have elements, so you want 100% crit rate to guarantee that you always crit them. And I'm going for best average time, or yeah, lowest average time. So I really want that 100% crit rate to make sure that I'm always critting everything. The team I'm going for today is Galleon, Lucian, Lauren, Lin. The team I have at the moment is Galleon, Hua, Lucian, Lauren. Now the reason I'm switching is because Hua moves before the Lucians, and I'm trying to save that 3 to 4 turns that will be in the rooms, because in waves 1, 2, and 4, Hua doesn't need to take a turn. But on the boss stage, and because I have a rune for raid, she just goes first and wastes a couple turns. So that's my goal for today. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to import my data. And if you need help getting your data, you can just follow the instructions here. There are a couple other ways to do it as well. Good. I usually go to my runes, unlock all, because sometimes locked depending on your settings. I do, however, want my Galleon I want his runes to stay because I like him. He's perfect how he is. Alright, solution. Also, I don't have autofill, so that way it doesn't change anything when you go to the next. Don't use locked runes. Unclick, use runes from inventory. And we want attack, crit damage, attack. You don't need to set the rune types if you don't want. I will set a couple later. Let's see. My totem is maxed out. So also something that I'm gonna do now, so I don't forget to do it later, is I have a couple good runes that I don't want to be used, because I want to save them for other monsters. The Violent will Vampire, Swift, Shield, Venge, Focus as well. Only because I use focus runes for my Necro team. And I think that's about it. So all the rest of the runes are fair game. Let's see. Speed, we said the minimum requirement was 170 crit rate. So let's do a really quick, for newer players, let's just do the bare minimum so you guys can see. So if you're a newer player doing this for the first time, these are the settings you want to set. And then you're going to click plus 15 here before that. Go to the settings. We've got Lucian. Want amputation magic. It ignores defense. But we don't need to worry about defense. Mine's max skilled. You can use your guild attack. And Lucian's leader's 33. Now, if you have fight sets, this is where you want to add them in, which I will probably be doing a little bit. Defense break, attack buff, brand. Here's all the other stuff if you need it. Don't use Guild War buildings unless you're doing Guild War stuff. And here we go. So my computer can generally handle about 1 million builds. After that, it doesn't really, it won't calculate everything. I don't have enough RAM to handle that. But I have a decently good computer, so if your computer is not that great, you might want to shoot for less, and you can do that by setting rune sets up here. Alright, so we've got the damage values. I have it set. I didn't have it set. But you would want to have it set to only show you stuff over 6,000. I'll do this one more time just to... It should go a little bit faster, but just to show you guys the right way to do it. And again, we would want 31 here. What did we say? Yeah, 31. And then once you know you can hit it, just sort by speed. So I could have a 215 in-game speed Lucian that will clear all 3 waves. So now we're going to go to what I need, which I want 100 crit rate. And the damage I'm looking for is 7... Still want 170. All this stuff good. And I know that I'm going to have one fight set in there because my Galleon has one. It'll be plus 8 is 1. Hopefully I get a build here. Also using the no broken sets is, if you can get away with it, I know that I can't for this build, but if you can, definitely do that because there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to lower this threshold just a little bit. Remember, this is the best and optimal damage values that you want. So bring it down to 7,000. I also can probably get another fight set. Really need. Back to the no broken sets. Overall, across all your monsters in the game, if you have this on for most of it, you will have a slightly higher rune quality or monster stats. Builds found. Let's see. What am I missing? Let's take off focus. That's it. Ignore defense. Building. Leave this on crit because on crit rate. Okay, there we go. I have a really good focus rune, and I didn't want to use it, but I guess it's have to. All right, so sort by speed, and it looks like energy blade. This is Lucian's set, and I actually have this whole set equipped to him already. So I will show you guys that he can clear it, and we'll get into the next one. Alright, so here we are. We've got the 2 Lucians. Get to the mini boss stage. And remember, my goal is to clear the mini boss ads. Not the mini boss, of course. That'd be pretty crazy. So Galleon doesn't do anything. He's just here because he has the fight set. Alright, so this is the one. I don't want to attack the ads. So they should both clear. Yeah, and that looks good. Um, we do want to note that it's not the optimal 7,252, which means it might fail. But honestly, this is good enough for me. And we can just move on to the second Lucian. Alright, so Lucian 1 looked good. And we'll just go up to Lucian 2. And the reason why I don't like the autofill current stats is because going to the next Lucian, everything stays. And let's click optimize now. Be equipped and locked. This one might not find anything. We might have to lower the damage a little bit more. Preferably not lower than the kill through threshold. But we'll see what happens. There. Let's say 6. Probably as low as I want to go. So if this one doesn't meet it, it's okay, because oftentimes the first Lucian will use his second skill, and then the third Lucian, or the second Lucian, can clean it up because damage will be done to the ads. So let's add my other fight set in there. So plus another 8. Let's make sure that it gets in, and then it's going to go on Lauren. We'll see what that. Now this will increase my first Lucian success rate as well, because remember he didn't. So let's see. Sort by damage, just to see how high we could get. All right, and one thing I forgot to mention really quick too is first Lucian, his speed is in-game speed is 177. Means we need to set that as the cap. The second Lucian, it's not going to go above that, obviously, but we do want to make sure that no other monsters. So we'll just sort by speed here, and 175 looks, and he's got this set equipped as well. And I'll show you the build for him, and we'll move on to the next monster. All right, testing time, and I have the monkey in here just because he's got the second fight set on him. Random fight runes that I have. Goal again is to clear the mini boss ads with the second Lucian's skill 3. Also, just for fun, we can clear this wave with the first Lucian. There we go. So, no attacking the ads. And hopefully this clears them. And yeah, it looks great. So, it probably won't happen every time because we didn't hit the optimal damage threshold. But, hey, that looks great for me. Alright, so the next monster that we want to rune is Lyn. I want Lyn to have my next best set. She's got to do the most damage to clear the mini boss as well as the boss. So she still wants attack, crit damage, attack. Good. This one I'm probably going to do no broken sets and see where that is. So our second Lucian has 175 speed, so we got to bring the threshold down. We want Lyn to move last, so preferably 170. We're going to go down here. Phantom Crush. We can use the presets for Giant's B10 because we're basing damage off of the boss stage. And when she moves, she's going to have attack buff and defense break. Not ignore defense, that'd be too good. And everything else looks good. We're probably just going to let this go. Sort by damage. Let's see. 54,000 is what we can get with no broken set. 100% crit rate. And 172. So I'm going to check really quick on what it thinks without no broken sets. So we had 54,000 damage. If it's a huge increase, I'll leave it off. So this is about 1,500 damage. And this set's already on Lyn. but I think I want to use the other one because, like I said, going with no broken sets. Well, no, I'm gonna keep this one. All right, time for the minute tracking of the video. Remember that I already had everyone else ruined, but we're gonna do Lauren now, and I did record this a second ago, and I forgot some stuff, so I'm gonna redo this set. And just to go over, we do need Lauren to have a fight set, which is what I forgot earlier. The attack, crit damage, attack, totem's good. Those are good. We want her to have 45% accuracy. Better or more is better. Because the mini boss again has it has over 100. It has over 100%. The only monster in the game really that that works this way. So having more than 45 is definitely good. Which I'll show you guys for the galleon. That's what we're looking for. 175. So the second Lucian's 175. So we don't want her to be faster than. And then Lynn is 170. The 170 is still the minimum. We want to add accuracy to focus sets. So for her second skill, axe, still everything else is fine. Preferably Gallon won't derp. Alright, so 4 builds. Just going to sort by damage. And just... Alright, and it did say a second ago if you saw that they were equipped, but that's just because I clicked the equip button first. But anyways, here it is. And then I'll show you Galleon really quick. I'm not reruning him, but if I were to, just so you guys can see what it would look like. Want speed for his slot 2. Slot 4 can be crit damage if you can meet the other requirements, if not crit rate. And then if no crit rate, then attack. And then slot 6, it can be attack or accuracy. I prefer accuracy because again, the mini boss has insane resistance. And I definitely like to have about 75 accuracy in him. And I would say 85 minimum if you're going to use him in dragons. Also take off the speed cap because we'll go first. Accuracy still on there. So for the damage, first rotation of Galleon, he's going to use time to loot. So second rotation, I believe Pirate Strike does more damage. Defense break, attack buff, max skills. So I would probably just sort by speed here and then click the top one. Accuracy, 97. 145 speed looks great. We did forget to add the shield set. Gotta take shield off of here, that's why it didn't show up. There we go. So again, sorting by speed. Got the guard shield fight, which is almost exactly what's on him. I'm not sure why I didn't add this, but it's because this doesn't meet the crit rate, the one he has. But so that's where I'd have it. I just pick this set and move along with that. So I'm gonna rune up Lauren really quick, and I'll show you guys some test runs. All right, I've got her all runed up, and really quickly before I start doing some runs, I'm going to go over here and reset the times it takes. Let's see, put it for now, and then as long as this is not now, it will start recording my runs, and this is how we're gonna get. This is how we're gonna get my average times. So I'll show you guys a couple runs, and then I'll finish off. I'll probably do about 100, maybe 150, and come back and show you guys where it's at. And then I can show you the side-by-side comparison. I mean, so far that looked great. Things I added from last is I added 2 fight sets, and also put in Lauren for Hua, and hopefully works out better. But yeah, pretty much the only difference is instead of Hua moving before Lucian's, now Lauren's going to be moving after them. So here it is, where they'll both get 2 rotations. Because Lynn didn't use Phantom Crush on round 1. It would be cool if we could see a Galleon using a skill 3 and Lucian clearing the wave. Skill 2. But yeah, so I think for future teams, next month I think I'm going to try and take out Lauren for Teshar. I've tried it before, and I didn't have a very good win rate, so maybe I have a little bit better runes now. But that's my next goal. I guess I can go over some of the other replacements too. If you don't have all of these units, I haven't really found a good replacement for Galleon, and I've done a lot of research. No one really seems really does a great job. But replacements for Lucians, preferably one, is needed if you want to do something like this. And then for the other one, you can use the Wind Barbarian King, Sigmaris, Teshar, Ethna. Well, Teshar, Ethna, and Charlotte are all map 5, so those are not really obtainable. Sigmaris obviously fusible. Lapis can't really clear the waves very easily. Don't really recommend it, but for newer players, if you need something, I mean, Lapis is there. So for Lauren, obviously Hua is what I had right before this, and Hua worked great. I'm gonna try Teshar. I've tried before but didn't really work. I've heard Tark works. I've heard Bark works. A couple of my guildmates use Stella and Theo. Theo's really nice because if the giant does take a turn, Theo will endure it and then get, you know, 1 or 2 more turns depending if you have him on violent or not. Replacements for Lynn. Orang is a great replacement for Lynn if you don't have it. Probably the best one out there. Also with the better leader than Lucian, so that would make it even easier to hit the and not only that but fusible, so it makes it even easier to hit the damage values that you need. Bark again, Herna, I don't really recommend that, just for the leader really. And then Theo again. But yeah, so these runs are looking great. I'm gonna go do 100 or so, and I'll get back to you, show you the side-by-side comparisons, and call it a day. All right, I'm back. I've done the 100 runs, and I have some pretty good news. Turns out that it was a little bit faster, so I'll do the comparison with the stats now. And with my original team with Hua, my data is 49 seconds for average runtime. Min runtime is 34, but that doesn't really matter. 150 runs, 99.3 success rate. This team also might be better than that. It only failed once, which means, you know, how far could it go? So 49 seconds is what I was running, maybe about 50. And switching out Hua for Lin turned it into 45.7 seconds, which, I mean, that's great. It's, you know, 4-second improvement. Minimum's 32, again, doesn't really matter, but still fun to know. It didn't fail, so that's looking great. I mean, the difference between 1 loss and no losses, not really, it's negligible, but yeah. So I'm pretty happy with the results. And you can see the data up here still going. I refresh the page, still doing runs, still going great. Use this information too, do stuff yourself. And if you guys like the video, please like, subscribe, and comment. One thing that I am interested in is, what other monsters do you guys have as recommendations for replacements for either Galleon or Lin? Because I know that those are pretty hard to get. Lauren's farmable, so that's easy. And then, like, everyone uses their stones for Lucian, and he also has a couple replacement options. option. Maybe the water barbarian king too. I'm not really sure how he would work. I haven't looked into it, but yeah, let me know what you guys think, and hope you enjoyed the video.